Mm-hmm. Use case password valid or not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so first of all, see, in order to work on this concept, right? So we need to understand it should be having one uppercase, one lowercase. For example, let's say, like guys, when you are creating a Gmail password, right? When you type something and it would say like it instead it's not giving a complete message, right? But if you look at this, let's say imagine the password. If the password is right, let's say no the conditions, right? For example, so first of all, let's password valid or not. Um, Preconditions. Okay, so preconditions are must have one uppercase letter. Okay, uppercase characters. So let's try to only do it for one upper, one lower, and one number. Okay, let's try understanding very basic one so that you can increase your complex. One lower, one digit. Okay, and for example, one special must have one special case letter. You got it? So now you understand, right? Like when it comes to this, see this is the preconditions, right? Okay. In order to work on this particular cases, right? It's very important to understand, like let's say how the algorithm should be. Understand how the algorithm should be, right? It's very important to go with say in this same example, in the same example, if you know this particular use case, right? What you can do is you can use the same, exactly same. Okay, that's where I'm talking about. Once you know the one algorithm neatly, you can easily, just like that, you can apply many things. You got it? That's what I'm talking about. See, now only did you see here? First thing is define a string. This is still valid for our case. Got it? Because the password comes as a string only. Understand? Who is this? Always there is a person in late, right? In college also. Yeah. Got it. See, in this case, so we had to define a string. Perfect. Right? We had to define a string. It's still valid. Let's say password is we don't care about length now. For example, we will also add something. Okay. This is a password. I can share my passwords, and my passwords are all are either whether if you know it or not. My passwords are like this. Seriously, my all passwords is with special characters in general. Even I can share you, but I cannot share you if you are taken a screenshot or a capture. So I'll be in trouble, right? So okay, see here, what is the precondition? Must have one uppercase letter, must have one lowercase letter. You got it? Now it's very clear that now what is the see define a string is fine and initialize the count to 0, right? But if you see in this case, Sai, how many initializations should be taken place? Four initialization, correct? Yeah. Why four initializations? Because we had now we need to understand the count, correct? Count of uppercase letter, count of lowercase characters. You got it? So if you understood this, see, instead of this, initialize the uppercase count, uppercase, lowercase, digit case, and special case to 0. Yes, did you understood? Hmm? No, this is how we should. This is how it's supposed to be. And loop through the each and every character. See, loop through the each and every character. Conditions to check. Here, what condition to check? What is the condition here? The condition is very simple. So since you know the count, since you know the initial count, right? First, what you have to do is you have to capture all the uppercase and lowercase counts of it. Let's say how many uppercase are there. Lower. So first you have to loop through it and get the count. Then only if count is okay, then the password is allowed. You got it? Loop through each and every character and check the conditions. Now if we should check the condition. If check the condition to check if uppercase, lowercase, okay, then increment it. Step 4, increment the count value by 1 for respective cases by 1. You got it? And this is not end, right? Because if all are okay, then only you will say like if step 5 okay, then return, then password is correct. No, we will work on that complex. See, we will do a basic thing and then we will work on that complex one. Sign up. Yeah. No. So here, if you see now, we define a string, right? Cool. Now, when it comes to this, like we define a string, and now initialize this to 0. Correct? It's very simple. This 3. Got it? And initialize to 0. First one to 0. Second one to 0. Third one to 0. And fourth one to 0. Guys, got it, huh? Now, what we have to do? So we have to see uppercase, lowercase, and all, right? See, for item in password. What is string variable? PWD only, no? Yeah, got it, right? Yeah. Thanks, Archana. It's a good use case. Yeah, come on. I was always calling you Archana. Okay, so yeah, item. Now, what is the first one? Is, what is this? Is upper. Is upper, right? See what we have to do? UC plus equal to 1. Got it? Elif item dot is lower, colon LW plus equal to 1. Make sense? Elif item dot digits, right? What is that? What is that? So DC means what is? Oh, digit. Okay. Okay, got it. Is digit. Then digit character, digit case plus equal to 1, right? And elif. What is the last one? Uh, yeah, correct. It's not a. It's not a alarm. Hmm. Hmm. Correct. It's not a alarm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Correct. Item dot all num, right? Make sense? SC plus equal to 1. Got it? Yeah. Now we are clear. So what we do is, see, in programming, right? What we have to do is, as long as the program is growing, right? So make sure do a quick checks. Let's say print um, here, print. Say what is the first one? Uppercase. You see count. You see LW and DC and SC. You got it? Yeah. And guys, if you see, I changed, in the order, right? In the order, if I replace, if I switch these positions, let's say it goes lost and this goes to the third item, for example, then we were in trouble. So that's where I mentioned this order. Did you got it? Otherwise, it always escapes for, it always escapes for alphabets and numbers. You got it? Yeah. You got the intensity, huh? Yes, no. Sounds good. Now let's try and check it, whether how it is, how our program is working. So LC count, let's say this is fine. So here if you see SC, special characters are 6 and decimal are 2. Let me take it down. What is total is printing? Where is total? Yeah, once again. This is this confuses you. Yeah. Now this is output, right? Now lower count is, see, there is a lower count, is it? Sorry, upper count, yeah. Yeah. So upper count is 0, sure. And lower count, there is two values, right? F and G, makes sense. And digits, 2 it's showing, 5 and 6, perfect. And what is this? See, it's like special characters. Special characters are 6, right? Can you check it quickly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, no? You got it? Now, see, if you look at this, so once we calculate it, so what we have to do now, if the password is, now we will give us some basic example. See, this way we can also make a print statement. Say that. So how we can say this? So here, see, once we are done with this loop, I think we can create a function. Validate password, for example. Let's say validate the function we will write directly. Validate password. Okay, there's a function name and colon, and this everything in this every block inside this is what the function now. You got it? Makes sense, huh? Aparna, you got it? So I created a, see, I define it string, and whatever I have written without function, I just make it out. Why? Because see, if I create a function, I can use this function a number of times for a password validation, right? Otherwise, this code will be not reachable once it executes these lines, right? So I cannot reuse them. So that's where the concept of functions, right? So the benefit of functions are code reusability. Yeah, cool. Now, so this would return. See, if all okay, see what we have to do is, if minimum one character, right? See, if you see less than or equal to 1, you got it? Then okay, correct? Use the uppercase letter. If less than or equal to 1, then we are good, isn't it? Let's say if it is 1, then fine, we don't want to do anything else. What we have to do, we need to return, say that we see this one will be shared, this one will be given to the UI. So you are seeing that after entering this, for example, when it comes to validation, this validation takes taken place like this in the background. Okay, they'll calculate the they'll count it, and they'll check the count is like greater than or equal to one. Okay, if greater than or equal to one, which means it would be true for one and more. Understood? If it is not one, for example, say uh, minimum one upper case letter required. Make sense? Now let's quickly so I have to pass the here password, okay, directly like this. And when I call this function here, right, how you can call it? So I had to pass the password value, right? I need to pass the password, and to store it, this is a mandatory parameter. And this can be any name, guys. See, currently I am using this pwd, or you can use any other name, you may be thinking that you should use same name. No, it can be any name, but when you're looping it, you should use the same you know name. Yeah, now got it. See, if I execute this, if I trigger this out, did you see this? It written, but it is not printing because we didn't print it out, right? So print. Now if you print, you'll come to know. Did you see this? A minimum one uppercase letter required. Yeah, I got it. Huh? And same way you have to do it for remaining items, guys. So it does this. Let's say if you not in really see, if you want to make it a very accurate message, it should be like this. Okay, if again if LW one, or in one way, let's say instead of writing pass, right, in one way, if you want to do it, if not directly, you can do it now. You got it? So what will happen if the UC is not equal, not greater than or one, then we need to do this. Even else also not required. Guys, did you understood? Yes? No? We have learned this, right? How to use not. If it is not, see, if not means what? If the uppercase letter not equal to one, not greater than one or more, right? Then return this message. Yeah, make sense? Yeah, return minimum one lowercase character required. If DC decimal minimum one digit case letter required. Last one is one. Yeah, got it. Okay. Now let's pass. So currently the password is this, right? Okay. So in this case, it would tell you minimum one uppercase required. Okay. So your program is raising this issue. Then you understood. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me pass minimum one uppercase letter. Let's say uh, capital K, for example. Now if I export this, did you see none? Why none? Because other things, see, it passes through everything. Understood? If all are okay, if the program reaches this line, which means that it matches with everything. See, what is a written statement purpose? When there is a written statement made during program execution, it returns the value and exit from the function. Got it? Yeah. Say that if all, yeah, is a correct password. Uh, Or so what we do is, in general, we do a true or false, guys. Understood? You got it? So when the function returns true, which means that the whatever the provided input is correct. Yeah, makes sense. If you see true, and here in general, right? So here we don't print, we don't return this message generally in the real time. In the real time, what we do is, uh, we will what we can say, two things we will return, like, is password valid, right? If it is if it is yeah, the best part is we can return two things. One is, we can return a dictionary. Okay, so instead of directly, I would say dictionary. Okay, and dictionary, this is a message. Message message should be a string. Message colon. Okay, comma, the first in the dictionary key and value pair. So first key is message, and there's a message, and let's say status or ret value, or you just select, status. But when it comes to internal program, oh, okay, status, as we can say status false. Makes sense? Yeah, we can also. Yes, that's right. We, correct, correct. We will pass. Yeah, we will do it. One second. Let me. If all good, see, what we have to do, we have to return again messages. Let's say valid password, valid password, and status equal to true. Did you get it? So yeah. So if I export this out, see message valid password, and you will get a status is true. You got it? So when you're seeing this on the screen, which means that it's a correct password. Okay. And so currently what we have do, what we are doing, we were directly doing some hard coded password, right? Now, so I'll what we can how we can take, you can use input function, right? Say enter your password. You got it? So let's say in the terminal, for example, Linux terminal like this. Yeah. So when I do this, when I export this out now, it will ask for, hey, 1 second. Let me clear this other things. Let me take this out to the new. That's okay. Where is the terminal? Shell. I'll to close this. Yeah. Now, when I export this, we have to save this actually, first of all. PWD validate. That's fine. Yeah. Now, when I export this, did you see? It is asking for password. Okay. Now, so let me give some incorrect password, first of all. Some, see, it is failing. See, first, it is failing for very fast itself, minimum one uppercase required. You got it? Because complete, it takes the very first case, right? And when you do, this one, guys, you can do this. For example, else you see it is only saying like minimum one uppercase required, right? But what originally? Originally, it is missing to check many other things, correct? Got it? So what you can do is we can also make a count. So whenever there is a password, it let it check everything instead of written, right? Instead of written, let it check everything. You got it? Yeah, but for now, learn this way only. Yeah. Now, for example, see hard way we were learning in a hard way. Once we are expert in this, right? We can easily do a complex building. Yeah. Now, one uppercase letter, some number. Okay. See, minimum one lowercase required. Status is failed. Status is false or fail. That should be fine. Got it? And when I do one more run, enter password. Let's say this time I given one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one digit number. Now it should say when I execute this, special also required. Got it? Got it? And this time now 4 1 A B 6 and question mark. Password is valid password. Guys, did you see this? Now you understood how to play with this password validation thing functionality, right? Makes sense. So in order to Aparna, did you get it? Yeah, cool. So in case let's say now you want to tell the user that hey you are messing with this. Let's say currently it is only telling one particular item at a time, right? But what if you want to display all the information? You got it? Let's say if they given only one digit number, say that hey the password must be you have given only one. We should be very specific now. So we will make some complex. Like, you're okay, right? To increase the complexity, but you are really interesting in this then, right? So okay, that shows that's really good. Yeah. So what we can do is now currently it is only failing like as soon as it reaching this point, right? We are simply reading only one message. Instead, what we do is along with this incrementing, right? For example, I will also have a let's say error. I will also say error equal to empty dictionary I'll put. Sorry, empty list I'll put. Then what I do is whenever there is a issue, whenever there is a issue, what I will do, see, I would say instead of returning it, right? I will just add this dictionary to the list. Okay. How I can add? Directly just go here instead of written, right? What is the list name? Error, right? In list you can append dictionary also. Error dot append. Append is a function. Simply take care of it. Guys, clear? Huh? Meaning every time, like whatever the issue, we were not, we will simply instead of returning, we are directly appending, adding to the this one. Okay, once again, see error dot append. So error is a list, right? So list has method. We have discussed, right? Append, extend. You remember? Aparna, you're also following, is it? Makes sense. Yeah. Guys, if you see, if error, let's say if error, right? Now what we do is, see, okay, I'll tell you. So if you just store and if you're not doing any check, right? Let's say in this case, what happened? Let's say password, only six are given. Did you see this? Valid password. It directly given valid password. How it is giving? How it is? Even though it's incorrect, right? Six is not a valid, correct? So why? Because six came in here, and it looped. Okay, it looped through the thing, and it counted, it appended it. See, it counted, it appended all the error thing. But you are simply storing into some error variable, or error list, but you are not checking whether see if the error list is minimum see error list is, if it is let's say if error is what, error is a list, is it? If it is more than 0, for example, then what? If error is more than 0, what will happen? Which means that there are so many people are there. Got it? Yeah. So here what you have to do is that it should say return error, for example. Okay. Let's try this now. Now if I go ahead and enter your password, right? What's the password? Let's say if I give it 3. Did you see this? What is the issue? Type error, greater than is not supported between the instances of oh, okay, sorry, directly error error is not a number, right? It's a list, is it? If you want to see what is the length item of the list, what we have to do, we have to apply length, correct? Yeah, length of the list. For example, let me close this out and enter it. Eh, what's happening? Did we run another program? This one only, no? No, no, that's okay. Here, um, yeah, if error, that's fine. But this is all specifically checking the length is more than 0. That's okay. Still be fine. Sanal. But in real time also, if it is, let's say, during our operator concepts, right? What did we learned actually? So if it is empty list, then it's a false. If it list is having some item, that should be true. You got it? You can directly keep like this. Yeah. Now if I go and trigger this, yeah, enter a password, say 8, for example. Not string, yeah, normal 8. Did you see this? This time we are clearly telling, hey, we have passed 8, but this a digit is fine. Remaining everything like uppercase letter, lowercase letter, and special case, it should fail. Correct? If I expand this, one first item, second item, and third item, it is failing for 3. Did you see this? We are, yeah, correct. Yeah. And if you try, for example, if I execute this out, this time I'll put only special characters. But without special character, remaining things should be errored out. See, uppercase, lowercase, and digit. It is erroring for remaining 3. Now, did you understood how this can be implemented? Yeah, and even length. See, for example, the password, right? As Sainath mentioned, even in the real time Gmail password, for example, right? So, how they're supposed to be? So, see, generally in the real time, what they do is they'll do a generic message. They'll not print everything, right? Instead of say that for everything, let's say if they mention this, right? It give a generic message saying that, hey, password must be of minimum 1 character, one minimum of 4 characters, one upper, one lower. Like that message, they is to make a generic message. You got it? Instead, you can create this message also. If you want, you can also make one more way that uh, you know instead of, see, this also does not make any sense sometimes. Okay, hey, what is this? But user not interested to read all the crap, right? So if you want, you can make a one more beautiful message. Say that instead of error list, right? Okay, let me have one more flavor of it, and we will try. Okay. Now, so since you already know how to do append, how to attend append, sorry, how to append the things, right? How to append what uh, string? How to do it? Plus only, no? String plus string. It does the append operation, right? So initially I'll say error is, I'll put like this. You got it? And wherever it reaches this point, let's say if it is error, then what I do is I do append, error here, error plus equal to, okay, say uh, minimum one. So I want to make, okay, let us define the output, okay, then we will make it. So error is a minimum one upper, error is um would say more than error is minimum one upper, minimum one upper needed, but given or entered. You got it? Entered, let's say zero, something like this. Guys, make sense, huh? And we will keep appending whenever there is a next message. We will put colon something like this, and then at least this is okay, no? Minimum one lower required, or just so we can still short minimum one upper, enter zero. This way we can still start it. So start done, okay? Yeah. Minimum lower, minimum one lower, enter zero. Guys, did you see this? This would make some more sense, no? For four, we can short it in one go, isn't it, guys? Yeah. No, this makes more sense. No, again, seeing all the crap in the screen like this, this would make more. This would not make any sense now. It lack of readability in this output. Yeah, that's where. Now that's where. See, the initial string is error is, and whenever we reach this here, yes, you understood, huh, why I am doing this? Hmm? Any confusion? Like only two ways. How about then say yes, 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 right? Come on. Yes, it's so much fun, guys. See, sit, try to understand, try to write the algorithm, right? So which would add you like so much value. So why I'm giving space also, right? So here, so minimum one space entered. See, minimum one upper and minimum one upper. Okay, entered is zero, right? And I want to give some space. See, after colon, enter is zero, and after that colon, and then here space. This space is required. No, that's why I given one space here. You got it? Next time, like this. Minimum one digit or one number required, enter zero. Minimum one special required, enter zero in this case. Okay, and This is error thing. If error, then we are printing out this. Else we are returning that message. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, guys, makes sense, huh? If I execute this, enter password. Now I would say I just entered some digit. Did you see this? Now message so neat, no? I just entered digit actually, and it should fail for remaining everything. See, error is minimum one upper required. Enter zero. Minimum one lower required. Enter zero. Minimum one special required. Enter zero. You got it? So based now your program is completely dynamic. Based on the enter digit. Let's say now A and for example 7. See how this constructing. Did you understood how it is how it is getting constructed? based on the based on the value that you enter, it immediately construct the error message and return it to the UI. So this message, so in the real time, right? They'll make this function. They will call this function through the API that we provide, and this message we will return to the back, from the front end. You are seeing in the front end, right? Whenever you open Gmail, for example, hey, minimum these things required and all, right? So we will define some message, and that this message will be shared to the UI team, and they'll display this in the notification section. They'll notify the user. Got it? Guys, in the UI nothing happens. Simply there is no it's simply there is a layout only for visually, and the complete work happens in the background, backend completely happen in the backend. So we will provide this information. They will display. And for you got it. Yeah, now this is a robust, right? At least bit robust. And even you can also put a length. For example, let's say even length, right? If you want to see password length must be of let's say minimum 8 characters, right? And for example, in our case, um, check the password length is minimum 4 characters. Just that, you can increase based on the complexity. You can increase. Okay, length should be how many characters? Let's say 4 characters. You got it? And so how we can check whether the length is correct or not? Simply, what are the password that you got? Before doing any checks, or you can also add. Um, you can also add, if let's say if the length is missing. For example, you enter only one item. Say that clear message saying that even after do everything, and length also add one more message here. Again say if length alien, right? Sorry, length of uh, what length we have to check? We have to check the password length, correct? If the password length, it should exactly be how many characters? 4 characters. Got it? If not, what is the issue? The issue is error less equal to yeah, say uh, minimum required 4, yeah, characters. And we should also mention some password. Yeah, now this would make more sense now. If I execute this out, let's say with some wrong password, it would tell you the complete history, what is missing, right? So this is how it should be. When you're writing up application, it should be very, let's say I just enter this. It should display everything. Hey, I entered this, and where is that minimum count? Sorry, error is minimum one upper, one lower, one special. How about other one? Where is the other guy? Here, right? If password, if length of password doubly equal, oh, okay, not equal to. Yeah, got it. If If the length is not equal to this, then only it does it, right? Yeah. Now let's say make it 8. Did you see this? This is the complete error we are giving to the user in the UI. Okay. So, but originally, see in the real time, right? Originally, if the length itself not matching, no, uh, immediately we will return it. Actually, we don't perform any other action. You got it? So minimum is minimum length should be given. So in this case, what happens is, um, if the length is this should be go stop, and okay, and here itself, if not this, we will return this message. Got it? What I'm trying to say. Uh, Meaning, I don't want to see if the length itself not matching, for example, right? If length itself not 4, for example, I don't want to do anything else. So first the user, let the user fix the length issue first, and then we will think about other things. You got it? Yeah, makes sense, right? I'm talking about the business use case, guys. Let's say I put 8. Did you see this? It immediately fails. Hey, you entered only 8. Error is password minimum required is 4 characters. Also, just say what is the how many given. Password length must be minimum of, but how many given? We need to say length, right? Yeah. So since here, yeah, you can directly print like this for use a format string. But how many given? Length of password, isn't it? Makes sense, huh? Now if I say let's say 7, did you see this? Error error is password length must be minimum of must be minimum of 4 characters, but this makes sense. Yeah. Did you see this? And if the length is given, let's say this time they given something else. Now length is 4 given, for example, some number. Okay, but it should fail for what is the issue? Error is password length must be of 4. Oh, sorry. No, I once again. Now if I give four characters, what happened? Enter. Did you see this? Now entered only I entered the number, but what is the condition where it got failed? It failed minimum one upper required, minimum one lower, and minimum one special required. You got it? Until it matches the condition, right? It's still failing for it. Uh, Understood? Yeah, yeah. So for example, one H and one question mark. But see, it failed. It failed for length itself. So we don't check anything else. You got it? If I do this now, if I provide let's say nothing, I provided just entry, just I put empty. No, I just clicked submit. Actually, what happened? Password error is password length must be 4 and 0 given because I didn't enter anything. No, I clicked enter. Got it? And if I click on this now, once again, let me close and open a fresh terminal. Molly, you're following, is it? Let's say one upper, one lower, but again I given some number instead of special characters. It will fail for special character. Now, did you see how the message is getting constructed, guys? Yeah, this is very neat, right? It is neatly given to the user. This is how the logic works. Aparna, you happy? And I see. So this is how the error message, the even construction, everything should be. Did you see this? How I'm constructing it? How I'm just defining things. Okay. Now let me write a use case. Okay, here. Okay. So what is the use case? Validate the password. Validate the password, but must be of 4 characters. Must be one upper, lower digit, and special character. You got it? Use cases, validate the function. Write a function. Use cases. Write a function to to validate. You got it? Clear, huh? Guys, did you understood how this is written? Okay, so same way, like the use case is for yours. You are having like it's a fun actually. Okay, don't get fear, guys. Write a function to validate the password, but must be of, let's say, 8 characters. Okay, must be one upper, one lower, and one digit, and one special character. You got it? It's easy one, See, if you ask me, what I'll do is simply uh, that's it. I'm done, guys. Did you see? Like that's what when you understood the implementation things, right? The program, the lines will grow like anything. See, this is just 100. Now we are at 150 lines. Did you see? Yeah. And now if we slightly change, use case. Now here, one more thing. Write a function validate the minimum of 8, but must be two uppercase letter. Let's say one lowercase letter. Okay, I'm just counting also. See, two means like uh, 2, 1, 3, and digit should be again one digit, and remaining 4 special characters. Guys, did you understood? So this is strong password, no? So based on this, case only, they are understanding whether it is a strong password or weak password. You are seeing, no, like strong, weak, right? Those things depends on the number of the, characters. How, like, how many special character you're using, right? So even Saina, can you provide your password? I should not ask it, but you will be wonder. Saina, can you add some more characters and send it in the chat? So this is Saina's email password, but he don't worry, it will not work for you. He'll add some more characters, so it become very heavier. You cannot capture them. Did you ping in the chat, Saina? Okay, so if I go back here, guys, see, this is the password that he used actually. Guys, even I would recommend you guys to start using a very strong passwords. This is a password that he is used actually. And no, you should store somewhere. You can't even remember. Storing and write it in your note or somewhere. Yeah, because these days, like cyber attacks are too heavy, right? And they can't catch us. Okay, so if we were having this much strong, right? So it's heavier for them. If you see this matching with, see, uppercase letter, lowercase letter, number, special characters. Even we can put more special characters, Anand. You got it? So that would add a lot of strengthness in this, like this. Okay. I can. I can quickly show you something. Mine, but don't capture his risk, okay? Oh, I don't want to take a risk because my passwords are linked mostly, majority of them with the same password, but it's a very strong one. I don't want, but it exactly looks like this, okay? Don't be over excited here. Yeah. But guys, now did you understood how this can be? See, this logic you can implement, is it? Can you implement this logic? How, like how much time it would take for you guys? Hmm, perfect. Yeah. How about Navin, Molly? Same, right? Okay. So let me help you out. Okay. If someone is not following, see, understanding the one algorithm is very important. See, in this, if you what did you noticed? So algorithm is very simple. You have to define a function. Take one, like it must take one mandatory argument. Got it? And here you have to have a definition. Like you have to define what is required for your program to run capture errors. See, these two capture. This is to, if you see, this is to capture the count, correct? And so what is this? This is like length. You define the defined values directly here. You got it? Ca- uh, See, to capture the count, and this we define some predefined values. Okay, this is the, I think this also should go get into this. That's the initialization, right? And if you say predefined length should be 8. Understood? And even when you sit right, it's very easy to understand. When you're writing it, it's very simple that you should sit. So first of all, you should sit. Let me write a algorithm for this by looking at the code. See, you can write algorithm and write a code, or you can write a code and also write the algorithm. But the best practice is write algorithm first and then write the code. You got it? So looking at the code, let me quickly write the things. Guys, algorithm. Guys, this is not easy, okay? I'm helping out in writing it since my experience is good, so I can write it in a very fastest way as possible. Yeah. So first thing is define a function. Define a function which takes a mandatory argument, right? Second. So meaning what I mean is I mean this until this point. Got it? So define a function define a function which takes mandatory argument. Okay. And we should when you're writing it, write a meaningful function name. This is also important. A validate function. Got it? Validate password. Or you should say, instead of say, since we know, right, what is what is the return of the return statement is valid, like let's say is valid password. You got it? You can write validate password or is valid password, both are fine, but the recommended would be is is valid password. You got it? This is what we need, but this is lack of readability. You should put like this. You got it? This makes more sense now. Yeah. Now second here, right? So define the correct. So next, initialize the counts. Initialize the counts and also error message, right? Initialize the counts and error message. Okay. Next, step number 3. What is next step number 3? We should define the, even here itself, initialize the count and error message. Also uh, define the define the what is the variable, Adi? Define the password length. Okay, makes sense. Now, next, by using this, by looping over, loop through the password and update the count. Correct? Loop through the password and update the respective count. Got it? Yeah. So meaning until this point. You got it? We are doing this, right? Next, step number 4. Check the respective counts and and update the and update the error update the error message if something goes wrong. Got it? Next. So once we are done with this, okay, we are simply doing updation here. Got it? Until this point. Next, what is step 5? No, 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 check the condition. Okay, written error. Yeah, written error. Written error if error. Oh, okay. Oh, I see there is a problem actually. The problem is if you see, we are having error, right? We are having error. Okay. But here, if you see, it is, let's say it would fail for everything. Why? Because if error means if it always, even though if it is not updating this, even though if it is not updating these statements, still it will fail. The reason is very simple. See, error is right. If you see error is, it always, even if none of them got updated, right? It is still, it says that, error is something like this. This is not correct. Okay. So instead, mm, error installation should start from there. Yeah, it should not be like this. Let me make it to empty list, empty string, and then we will initialize. Yeah, otherwise that's okay. Like it would add error, error, and error. No, you understood, right? Why I'm doing this here? Because it should not fail. When we define some string, right? If empty string, then it's false, right? If it is a string with some characters, then it's true. We have learned in the operator concepts. Yes or no? Yeah, makes sense, huh? Yes or no? You got confused? No, is it? Okay, right. So here error, right? So the concept here is why I'm doing this, error is and all, right? If, for example, let's say if error having some characters, for example, let's say we made something like this initially, right? Error is okay. So which means, for example, print something. I would say hi, for example. So what is the output of this? This particular one. Don't look at anything else. The highlighted one. What is the output? During operator concept, we learned, right? See, if it is empty string means what? Empty string means false. If string is some text, if string is having some text, what happened? True, correct? So that's where I'm not okay. If let's say, for example, uh, if this is this, then it will print high. The output will be high, correct? So I don't want to happen this. Even, for example, let's say it is not meeting any of the error lines, for example. If it is not meeting any of the error lines, meaning the error is not updated even in the above one. You got it? And if you see, if error, so let's try executing that also. Okay, we will do it that functionality. But what the catch here is, we should not uh, we should not have error message already. That's where, error. Otherwise, otherwise it would fail. No, if error means what? It, if it is not meeting any of these guys, for example, okay, if all fails also, no problem. If it's not, it will not update it, or it will not concatenate it. But still, we had this string, right? We have string. Previously we had some string define error is. Okay, it catch here, it come here, again it says that error is, it returns error. Error is message should be written to the UI, which is incorrect. You got it? Yeah, cool. How about Priyanka, Naveen, everyone? Now you got it? Yeah, yeah. So return error, if error, yeah, correct. So return error. So I'm talking about this block. Don't worry, I'll give the number. For algorithm, I'll give you the number. You'll come to know. Okay. Return return error if the error message is uh, error message is updated. Update if the error message is updated. Okay. Where it got updated in the here condition, right? So yeah, updated in the step number 4. Sana, did you get it, Sana? Next, step number 6. Sana, did you understood? Okay, fine. And so once it is error, then return the error if the error message is updated in the step number 4. Okay. Next, else continue the continue the execution. Continue the flow. Simple as that. Yeah. What is the next step? Once it meets the once this meets, if the error returns, else it continues the flow, which means that it goes here. Say return successful. Return successful. Uh, Return password validation successful. You got it? So now let me define the number. So algorithm, this, okay, let me put this algorithm on the top so that numbering will be very easy. So this is for your understanding purpose. Let me capture this as well. Okay. And here is algorithm. What is the first step number 1? So step number 1 is this. Got it? And what is step number 2? Define and initialize the counts and respective things, right? See this whole thing. This is this step number 1. Got it? And step number 2 is what? Step number 2 starts here until here. Guys, understood? Next is step number 3. Start. Let's get it. And step number 3 and here is. Got it? And step number 4 You can, guys, you can put blocks also, no problem. Enter. Step number 4, start. And once again, step number 4. Yeah, here. Check the respective updating the counts, right? Here. Yeah, correct. Updating the counts. Yeah. Guess how easy it is? Step number 5. Because since there is only one line, right? So I don't want to do it. Yeah. And this is step number 6. Yes, makes sense, huh? I've given all the things, This is step number 5, and this is step number 6. So there are 6 steps defined. You got it? So this is how the function definition. But this is just to function definition and core logic building. Okay, right? And so we have done this, and this is to testing, validating, no? Test your test the function, right? This is the validation or validation part, validating your function, guys. Understood? So definition, like definition, in the definition we will put in. So there's a function definition, right? So this all our function definition. We'll put everything, and like once we're done with defining function, we will call we'll pass the required mandatory parameters, and we will call the function. Function call happens here. Got it? Yeah. Any confusion in this? You're good? Nice. So now that you understood like how the even you can implement whatever the functionality like this, let's say password, right? Not only password, let's say if I give any other validations, hey, can you check it, written true if something goes bad, for example, in that case, right? So not only password, right? So you can also do some string validations. I would say if string must be only special characters, for example, and minimum is what we can say. No, that is one. What we can say. There are, let's say, password. Password must be 12 characters, for example, but only special characters. So you can easily implement, is it? This is very easy, easy peasy, is it? Just that you'll define a, see, what are the steps? Who can tell me? Who want to go over for implementing this particular functionality? Any volunteer? Yeah, you had some strategy. Yeah, algorithm. I think I'll go with volunteer. No, not sorry, not volunteer. I'll go with the person. Yeah. Who want to try first? Okay. You want to try, right, Priyanka? Oh, no, no problem. Hold off. Aparna, you want to try? Hold off. Uh, Naveen, you want to try? Hold off. Molly, can you start? Yeah, can you start? No, no. Like, what is the algorithm for this? Let's say, uh, password is the ask is we need to create a function, okay, and it should check for the provided input is having 12 characters, but only special characters are allowed. So I need the algorithm for this. Let's say, let me give you the algorithm. So I'll also give you the algorithm here in the place. Now, what is your approach for implementing this feature? You got confused, Molly? Like, can I explain this concept one more time with the same example? Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you are in nice place. Maybe that's why you got distracted. It looks. All right. So I think let Aparna goes. Yeah. Aparna, can you try? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Like move on to the next person. Who want to try next? Naveen, you want to try? Mm-hmm. Correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Sure. Uh, yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. You are like your voice is not clear, but anyway, that you got the flow. And see here, Aparna, you also I understand that you also know this, okay. But when doing a presentation, the presentation you are lagging at presentation, okay. In this particular case only, I'm not talking about anything else, right? Okay, so one in this particular scenario or use case, right, a business use case, what we need to understand, see, must be 12 characters, only special characters are allowed. So first thing, we need to define a function. This is valid. Okay, we have to define a function with a mandatory argument. First thing, right? Second thing, what we have to do, we have to initialize the count. Why we need the count actually? We need to see, we need to see the count of the character, right? For the special characters, right? We will, yeah, we will make a special character count, and also we will have error message initialize. Also define the password length, which means that in our case 12. You got it? And when it comes to the looping, in the loop, right, we will loop through the password and update the special character count only. So in previous case, we are updating upper lower. That's where we are using if and all right. So here this are not required. So if we had this alone, remove this. So if you remove this alone, this should work. You got it? but you need to make some necessary changes, basic necessary changes, removing the definition and other things. You got it? Yeah. And if you look at this, look through the one and check the conditions and update the counts and update the respective error message. If something goes wrong, we have to return this. Yeah. If something goes wrong, return the error message if the error message is updated. And step number four, or else it continues the flow. Yeah, makes sense. Logic also very simple. No, you can just like that build the logic, right? Yeah. We were missing step number four. Okay, step number four ended actually. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Any confusion in this, Aparna? Yeah, fine. So can you guys see that's what? So you should take challenge yourself. So since you understood the concept, you should take challenge yourself and understand. Hey, I need to write the algorithm for this. Start. See, you know what? Writing algorithms are very very important. And even if someone asks me to write a program, right? So I'll not write program dumb. Sitting dumb and writing just typing silently. I'll not do it. So when someone asks me like this, hey, okay, so for example, there's a particular use case, right? Let me define a function with a mandatory argument, something like this, and let me also define some initialize account and implement the logic for this, right? And also, if error, let's say if the logic based on our business use case, if there is errors, then that the error message, if valid, right, return successful. Got it? That's how you should talk even during the interview process, right? When you're writing down, so talk and write, so that even other interviewer understands that okay, this guy is not copying, he's not copy paste anywhere. He understands, he knows the concepts. That's where he's confident enough to speak out here. Okay, so I would when I take interview, I ask my candidate to speak out. Can you explain me, like while writing itself, speak out, speak yourself, talk to yourself during the program writing state, and I should be okay. Even if the program logic also wrong, I don't care. Okay, because this guy is confident. I need the confident person. I can teach him. If something goes bad, right, I'm there to review the code. Okay, and I don't want to work with any dumb fellows where they'll silently give something and they don't even have a clarity of what they have done. Understood? So that guy is rejected. So I used to my selection is like even Sainath knows, right? I used to take less than 5-10 minutes interview only for my company, right, Sainath? You seen is it? So my selection, see, they used to schedule for a 1 hour interview, right? But I just take less than 5 minutes. The candidates is selected or rejected. Because I used to be very focused, asking, and I easily see because of the experience, right? I can easily catch them when there is a wrong or see, since I'm expert in everywhere, right? So I'm not expert. So I'll say like I good at things now, so I can easily catch the persons of their expertise. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is all for now. uh, what the recommendation would be now is I'll also give one more example I want to share actually, because that's where we started, and Aparna, she diverted us like anything. She is very good at diverting people, I guess. Just kidding, Aparna. Thanks for a good use case. Yeah, guys, don't take it seriously, don't be offended. So I'm here, like we should learn, let's say. So I'm very good at I don't want to work very seriously. I enjoy my work, and hope you also do. All right. So now let's have a one more string. Let's say string one equal to this. Let me take as we taken some string from Wikipedia. Okay. I think this is already there above. Why to define again? Oh, where is it? Am I checking the same file again? I guess so. Oh, correct. This is the one. Yes, this is the one, right? Yeah. So in interview question, so we need to work on one more interview question. This is a damn sure interview question actually again. Any print statement that we had, I want to comment it out. So sorry guys, so videos are not edited. Today I'll find time and I'll edit quickly. Parallelly, I'll edit 4 videos. Let's see how it goes. Just kidding. I don't mix up. Don't worry. All right. See here, I had a string one equal to this, right? So what I need is I need to have a count of each character. Let's say this one of the interview question. See, this is my string. I need to count. Let's say how many times I is there. Imagine I is only one place. Let's say so I is one, and let's say for example n is there in let's say 50 times like this. You got it? So I need to have a count of each and every character. Understood? So how this can be implemented? Now did you understood? So let's say if the character is repeated, for example, let's say India, officially the Republic of India. Okay, Bharat Janarajya, or I don't know what is it. See here. So here I, one more I, two I's are there, right? How many again? There is one more I. No, just give us a sample. Okay, it's not a original one. Just give some blindly. I given some data like this. Okay, so how we can work on this? So what is the original way of working? It's very simple. See, I want to know the count of each character. So in string, what is the function to get the count of character? Count only, no. String dot count of that particular character, which would get me what is the how many times that character is repeated in the string. Yes or no? Yes, right? Str one not count of character, right? Let's say for example count of character 5. If I print, it would tell me. Oh gosh, there are so many things I added. What's the failure? Oh, okay, here. Oh, okay. It enable other one. Okay, no problem. Don't worry, I'll provide a neat notes. Okay, and there's a crap. Got it? If I execute this, it would give me the count of I, again it's executing some other program. Here it is taking this. Let me comment this out. Where's the password? Yeah. Okay, no problem. So I is repeated 5 times, right? Did you see that? If you want, you can count it. I don't want to do it, but yeah. So now we understand the count is this. Okay. See, in the real time, they'll ask. And one more important thing is when we are working on this particular use cases, right? It's very important to understand. Um, See, when I loop it, I'll be in trouble. Okay. So for example, when I loop it, so algorithm is very simple. I can do two ways. One way is I can get the count. See, for example, so the bad way, let me tell you the bad way first. So this is a logic to get the count. Okay. This for your hint actually. Okay. And so how we can do for making count? It's very simple that I can do this for item in str1. Here initializing count is not required. Why? The reason is very simple. Like we will directly apply this method, no? String one dot count. It would give me the count value directly. Understood? If you see, so how many characters are there? So loop will happen how many times? For example, let's say, what's the length? Loop will happen for length of the string. So how many items are there? So print total items are, guys, for you it's a punishment today because you are late, no? You are late by how many? Half an hour, is it? See, total 478 items are there. 478 characters are there. Guys, did you see this? Total how many characters? 478. And what is the loop? How many times loop will happen? 478 times loop will happen. You got it? But it's a bad programming. Okay, when you do a, see, when I ask you to get a count of characters, right? So total items are 478. You will get, the loop will happen for 478 times. If you want, you can see count equal. I'm just initializing counter equal 0, and I'm just simply loop over and not doing anything. Simply incrementing count equal to 1. Or end of the loop, if I print loop counter is, did you see this? Loop counter is 478. You got it? That many times loop happened. That's what I have shown you the proof. Understood? Now, if I want to know, if I want to print, see, it's very simple that if I want to print the character number, how many times the character is repeated, right? So also print, say, character is item, correct? And count is, what is it? str1 str1 dot count of, what you have to pass? We have to pass item. Got it? So if I print, what did you see? 478 times it will go. But if you see, for example, do you see anything which you are seeing, A, for example, consider A. So A is there. How many times it is repeated? 29 times. Understood? Is there anything else? Let's say T is there. How many times? It is repeated 36 times. You got it? But see, whatever the time it is, simply we were making, no, like you duplicate, right? You are seeing duplicate, is it? In this case, you are seeing duplicate, T duplicate again. And if you go 36, E duplicate. If you see E, where the other E, you got it, which means that you had a duplicate value also. We don't want to see, we, if we print, if we get the count of I one time, that is pretty much enough for me, right? If you let's say if you check I value 5 times, again if you check I value here, still it is 5 times only, no? String one dot I, count of I, 5 only, is it? Again if it goes here, again 5 only. Say yes or no? So looping 478 times, like, do you think it's a efficient solution? Of course not, right? Why? Because the reason is very simple. If you scroll to the top, these are 478 times. But if you avoid duplicates, then it will be good, correct? See, this is like loop happens for, this is a very, very bad, did I mention bad somewhere? Uh, very bad, not bad. Very, very bad. This is very bad, guys. Very bad programming. Instead, what we can do is, we can we can remove the duplicates. Okay, to remove a duplicate, how this can be happen? Let's say, for example, this is a very bad way, right? You understood? It's bad. You understood this. Let me comment this out. Let me comment this and this way. Okay. So if you understood, let's say this is a string one, right? And I'm just saying uh, set equal to set is used to remove the duplicate, is it? Let's say string dup removed equal to, let's say if I do a set of this, for example, set of, what is the set of? Set of string one, is it? If I do this, let's see, no problem. So it's taken the string, and if you do a, let me close the other one. Guys, if you're really enjoying, I'm not sure, but it's a very, very important thing, guys. You should learn this. When I print this, what did you see? So you are seeing set of items, correct? But if you see what it does is it taken out this string and it removed all the duplicates and it only put the unique characters. Did you see this? None of the items are duplicated. Yes or no? And now you see the beauty. So what is this value? So this value is, if you do this, guys, these things are no one will teach you. Listen carefully, because in interviews also, even not only in interview, when you are writing a loop, for example, instead of looping duplicate stuff, right? Don't do it. Instead of that, we can spend time for minimizing. See, previously it is 478. Now how many it should be? Did you see it? Now if I get the same count here, uh, okay, still sorry here, where I'm printing out total. Yeah, not on string one, right? It's not string one anymore. This should be string duplicate removed, right? We should. Now did you see this? How many loop you reduced from 478 to now? The what is the total items? 56 only. Guys, did you understood the magic? So this is where the poor programmer will do, and they'll say like, "Hey, I got the output," right? But personally, we were not interested in that. What we were interested is we will be happy when they do this. Understood? Yeah. Now, if you go on the, if you go see as the output I asked, right? So it's very simple now, right? Since you already prepared your string and stored into a string duplicate remote, for example, instead of printing, what I'll be doing now is for item in str1. You got it? Correct only, no? For item in not only str1, directly I can directly use for item in string dup, because only this many. If I put str1 again, it will do a 498 loop. There are 478 loops. Okay, I don't want to do it, right? That's where I taken out other one. And here this time nicely I'll print, say uh, for example the character. Okay, item is the character, right? Item repeated, or item count. Count is what you should say. You should say uh, it's very simple. Now here you should use this one actually. String one dot count of item. Guys, did you understood? If you miss and if you use again string dup removed of count, again it will get only one. Understood? Because since it is already duplicated, right? What you have to do? You have to check. See, we have to remove the duplicates, and in the we have to loop over than the duplicates. And when you're checking, you have to check in the original string. You got it? That time what happened? Only the loop happens for 56 times, right? And 56 times only it will print only 56. One second. We will also I'll also show you like how we will be printing. Let's say count equal to 0. Okay, and each time here I'll just say like count plus 1, c plus 1. Okay, uh, or I would say I should not do like that. So c plus equal to 1, and say the current item is current loop. So how would I say count? See, you got it. If I execute this now, we will clearly see. Did you see this? It happens for 56 times. Current loop is 56. What is this value? J. Guys, did you see this? There is nothing repeated multiple times. So this is what we expect in the real time. Okay. So if if I ask you to write a program to get the count of this para, right? So this is a very bad way. So we will never encourage this way. So this person is out. Though, and I think you might be hearing from the people, right? That hey, I went for interview, man. So that interview is cap. This guy asked me to write a program. I have written. They given me this string, but I have written my code. Okay, and I have written my code this bad way. Okay, if you will not say like bad way, but I have written my logic. My logic worked. The only thing he has focus is his logic worked and he got all output. Understood? But he rejected, and he'll claim that hey, this interview is crap and he don't know anything. Simply he rejected me even though I performed good. Understood? But now did you understood, guys? Even though you performed good, you got the output, okay, in the interview, but still you rejected. You understood the reason now? The reason is we don't care about these people. Okay, we will sick. Okay, this guy is at least okay, but if I found a person, it is a very bad way. And if I find a person, this guy, you know, this guy select, right? So my way of selection is very simple, as mentioned, right? So 5-10 minutes. Even I don't want I will not ask them to write a program. Okay, I'll ask them. I'll give the use case. I'll ask them to speak. Can you tell me what is your thought process on this algorithm or your execution flow? If they don't, if couldn't make it, then he should be fired. Let's say in 5 minutes, I'll say like very nice talking to you. Tata, bye bye, and we will not take him. Understood? Yeah. So this is how it's supposed to be, guys. Clear? Huh? So now that we learned many things today, so we focused, guys. If you find time, if you are done with your assignments, again we can have a session in the second half. Okay. There are a number of things. I know it's heavy. I know it. I'm sure about it. It's heavy, but still, if you are able to digest, or let's say, or you want to take a whole day, again it's